Tickets, please, mate.
What tickets?
Very good, sir. No, you will need tickets to enter the cinema. Sorry.
Mate, this is my car, it's not a cinema.
Oh, yeah, this big, huge screen's actually a car. Sure. You're being a little bit weird. You are going to need a ticket, I'm afraid.
Well, actually, fortunately, I did buy one earlier, so here you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know this is a car. Give me your keys. Welcome to the Audi SQ5. Now, many moons ago, I test drove a used first-generation Audi SQ5, and the used part is important because I'm going to touch on that at the end of the video. And it was awesome. It was loud, it was fast, the gear shift slapped you around.
The end of the video, but I want to know now.
No, mate, you're going to have to hang around. Little trick. Whoa. It's not going to be worth it either. And now the only reason we didn't buy one is because my wife said that the wing mirrors looked like wing mirrors from a bus, and that was a deal breaker for her, apparently.
Hey, but buses are fun. And they're probably like the most expensive vehicle you would ever drive.
You could actually say the bus mirrors should improve its value. And then the next generation came out, and it was a bit of a firecracker. But it was a little softer, a little smoother.
Okay.
And now we have this, the 2025 B10 generation Audi SQ5, and it is even softer and even smoother. And so I want to find out, is that extra refinement what Audi SQ5 buyers want? And critically, is it still fun to drive?
And if it's getting softer and smoother, is the next one just going to be just like a plushie?
Just
or
a pillow.
Nice rug?
Pillow on wheels. From all the important angles, 3/4, front on, rear end, it looks good, especially in this spec, these wheels, this color.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, isn't it? I think it's time for have a gaze at these. At the rear here, we have what they've called an island. And so, yeah, the island,
Do you think that their design team like went to Fiji for a week and they were like, I've got it.
They just see whatever's around them, like, yeah, tree. Yeah, okay, make the whole thing look like a tree.
Rear OLED light bar, looks great. Kind of becoming quite standard across a lot of vehicles.
Yeah. Also very happy that it has 4 real exhaust tips out the back. The previous generation did get into a bit of trouble with fake exhausts. Come around the front, Andrew.
Oh, there's no bonnet.
They've removed the entire front of the car. No, this little upside down moustache.
Okay.
It's a little quirky.
A little spicy?
Yeah.
I would say that the sort of front headlights or light signature are far more characteristic as an Audi feature.
Yes. The brand new models are going with that split headlight design.
Like we saw on the Lotus Electra.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lots of other vehicles. I'm not a fan of split. I mean, I'm assuming this might be one of the last vehicles they produce with an entirely self-contained headlight, so get it while the getting's good, I reckon.
No, there's 2 actually.
No, there are 2 headlights, which is great.
It's not just like one central headlight.
Cyclops.
Your quip about cinema mode does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, although I will say this, I recently stepped into the older model, the B9 SQ5, and the screen in that, the little sort of rectangle that's tacked on, did feel relatively dated compared to this. If you look at the new BMWs and the new Mercedes, they have big panoramic screens too, but they are straight up just square blocks, you know? And this is far more contoured, far more interesting in terms of its aesthetic. Ironically, we'll get to the point where, you know, it's normal to have full width, massive heads-up displays across the whole windscreen. Yeah. And people will be like, oh, I missed the times where they had much more subtle, you know, panoramic screens like the Audi SQ5 had, you know? Like one day that will be a thing.
This is ridiculous. This is perfect.
Yeah. This is old school analog. That said, may I make a few confessions? Forgive me, Andy, for I have some criticisms. The buttons on the steering wheel are not good. Likewise, the panel of buttons on the driver's side are not good either. There's way too much piano black. The instrument cluster is very busy, kind of boring to look at.
Bit of a cluster.
I ate your muesli bar from your backpack today.
What?
Yeah, sorry, man. And it wasn't worth the crime either. It was actually kind of average. The gear shifter is not very pleasing to look at or to use.
You don't like looking at the gear shifter?
I don't like looking at it, and I don't like using it. And the bottom trim is full of scratchy plastic and looks kind of cheap. That all said, though, there are still a lot to like in here. I know it's controversial, but I like the steering wheel design. The new steering wheel doesn't seem to be very well received. I like it. The seats look fantastic, and they're super comfortable. Yes. As is every other Audi seat that we've been in pretty much ever. Yeah,
quite plush, quite firm. Holds you in place, but doesn't let you fall asleep.
The sound system is really good. The Bang & Olufsen system is top-notch.
Yes.
Plenty of bass, which is what I always care about. Overall, it feels modern. It feels solid. It feels super tech heavy, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that's very on brand for Audi.
Okay.
I get all the criticisms. I had many myself, as per my confessions.
Yes.
But I still, over the time I've spent with this car, I'd say it feels more modern and high-tech than it feels sporty or luxurious. Right, so the inside and the outside check out for the most part, Andy, but now we need to find out, does it earn the S in front of that Q5 badge?
Soft.
I think it's time for brains versus bottom. I've consulted my brain and it tells me this has 360 odd horsepower. Let's launch it. Oh! Holy moly! That's 100.
4.6.
4.6. Okay, my bottom has told me that feels every single bit of 367 horsepower. That is rapid.
That was a slam into the back of the chair.
I was not expecting that. And I mean, look, put it this way. That was fast enough for me to be like, holy moly! Like a 12-year-old like American kid. Man, it's genuinely fast, right?
It sounds good. It's fast.
It's
definitely fast.
Yeah, it has what I call clinical pace. It's so fast, but it's also very, very sedate in terms of its road manners. You know, like it's other than the launch, which literally punched us in the face, which was great.
Yeah.
It goes about it in a very smooth and polite manner.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, and you expect that from Audis.
Because it has the dual clutch transmission, it allows it on launch control to basically dump the clutch, which is what gives you that really, awesome
all
launch.
Of a sudden, yeah.
Like once the torque kicks in, which is very quickly, it just pulls and pulls and pulls through every gear, right? Like it's relentlessly fast.
Yeah. Do you think that the Audi scientists and engineers have a dedicated equation for like fun and practicality, and they've worked out all of the nuances of human experience to be like, yes, this balances the equation and therefore it is fun. Hence your designation of clinical.
They're all deliberate decisions. It's not like they put it together and they're like, oh, it sounds like this. Oh, well, I guess so. That's how it, let's just roll with it. Like it could sound like a tractor. So everything is deliberate.
Yeah.
Which leads me to the kind of ultimate question here, which is they've clearly designed and engineered this car to be smooth, to be refined, to be comfortable. Is that what people are looking for?
Yeah, maybe it is. It's an entire move of all technology to be like better and smoother and sleeker and more appealing to the end user experience, right? So I feel like there's an unassailable like gravity taking people there.
It's less remarkable for these short-term reviews where you've got this car and you're like, oh yeah, it's the S model. I want to go fast. I want to be punched around. And then ultimately that doesn't happen because it's an Audi S product and they never really punch you around anymore. You have to go for the RS for that. In a long-term capacity, you want it to be more refined. You want it to be comfortable because you'll get sick of it being, too over the top and too dramatic.
Yeah, like you don't want to like get in the car each morning and there's a clown in the back that punches you in the face.
Well, I mean, I tried that for a while, right? And then we ended up becoming friends and one thing led to another. And okay, when it comes to handling, it's also very textbook Audi. It's a little bit lofty. There's not much communication with the driver. It's super light, super boosted electronically.
Yeah.
All of the above. But it still gives you a fair amount of confidence in the corners.
Would you like more communication from the car to you?
Just the odd text every now and then.
Yeah.
Just check in.
Now it's got the voice activation. You could do that. It was like, you are turning left.
And I will say as well that the brakes are a little difficult to modulate, especially at low speed. Like I find myself coming to a quite instant stop sometimes.
Yes.
I think you felt a bit of that when you drove it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're just like, I'm just going to tap this to slow down, and it's like, full stop, handbrake on, emergency.
But all of that can kind of be swept under the rug a little bit because there is a shining star of the show. I would say straight line speed is one of them, even though it's quite drama free.
Yeah.
The other really, really remarkable part about this car is its comfort. The ride is sublime.
Yes.
It's so comfortable. This is a trademark Audi SQ5 element, is comfort. They're one of the few players in the game that come with air suspension, which is where most of this comfort is derived from. But of course, it's also from the sound deadening, the comfort of the seats, the feel of the steering wheel, all the textures that you're touching all the time, other than the buttons and the screen, are really generously soft.
What I want to know is when the RSQ5 is coming out, if that'd be a
That's
thing.
the ultimate open question here, Andy. I think that's it, because it's like, yes, this is fantastic at all the things that it does, but it's definitely leaving room for an RSQ5. So I started this video by asking, is the extra refinement what an SQ5 owner wants? Because this delivers extra refinement whether you want it or not. Here's my theory. If you're buying one brand new for 150,000 New Zealand dollars, you do want that. Because,
Certainly.
you know, but of course you want an element of speed because you're getting the SQ5, otherwise you just get the regular Q5. This delivers on speed for sure. It just doesn't deliver on drama. Professionals, families, commuters, they want comfort, they want luxury, they want tech, they want a bit of power under the hood, but they don't necessarily want screaming drama.
Yeah, they don't want a shrieking banshee that's terrifying each day.
No, but then I think what happens is in the second-hand market, like 8-10 years later, where it's at a different price point, the enthusiasts come along and they're like, I want a fast, sporty, cool car, and they think the SQ5 is going to be it. At least that's how I felt about the SQ5 when I first looked at one to buy.
That will be a very interesting analysis in several years' time
Yeah.
to figure out like what the price point should be if it's that crowd versus something else.